Hi, and welcome to the very first video AMA. My name is Nick. I'm the CEO of AgeOfGods. And in today's episode, we're going to cover 40 questions from the community. I have not prepped these questions. I haven't even seen them yet. I just know they're 40 because I just opened the form. I will go through them one by one. I will make shout outs for those that want it. And obviously, this is unprepped. And so I hope you can enjoy the show as we go through it. And hope I'll be able to add some value and insights as we go along. So let me share my screen and we'll get right into it. Okay, so let's go by them one by one so I won't forget any. So the first question is from ScamJam. Will the referral system be available at MVP launch? No, it will not be available at MVP because it's not part of the minimal viable product necessarily, but it will be part of the full launch, which will most likely happen the quarter after. So the plan is to definitely have it. And just for context, a referral system is basically you get your own unique link. You send that link to your friends, your network, etc. They click on the link, they register. They don't get hurt in any sense or shape or form. But whenever they would spend in the game, you would get a small portion of that spend. And obviously, if you're an influencer, you could make a lot of referral money that way, again, without hurting the other person. So it's definitely a growth tactic that I'm quite enthusiastic about. But again, not part of the MVP. So another question by ScamJam, will the stake tokens give you any kind of in-game effect or advantages? We are planning to have in the future, so again, not at MVP, but to have the staking balance or your wallet, let's say, connected to the game, right? So then when you stake, that would be in our database and you would have a higher VIP level inside the game, which will give you in turn more experience as your gods fight even when you're offline. So basically just see it like your gods are fighting 24/7 and the higher VIP level you have, the more XP you get. And so again, staking more will give you an advantage in that sense to go quicker and leveling up quicker, again, without costing you anything. Another question from ScamJam. Will clans be available at launch? And if so, does anybody want to join mine? No, it will not be available at launch. It will be most likely part of the full release. So again, MVP is a minimal viable product. Let's focus on that, right? So it's a product that is playable, is fun to do, but it won't have all the features just yet. Again, that's coming afterwards. All right, another question from ScanJam. Besides the classes, are there any elements types? For example, is there any in-game difference between Egyptian or Greek? Or is it more like Zeus and Thor are lightning type and Poseidon is water? There are both types. There is different classes, and there's also indeed mythology differences. So certain mythologies will have an advantage over others. So it could, for example, be that Egyptian has an advantage over Greek, Greek has an advantage over Norse, and Norse has an advantage over Egyptian. And then, of course, the added complexity is in there that mages function very differently from warriors or from tanks. So again, there's lots of differences in there, and the elements, or let's say the ultimates that the gods have, will definitely play a factor as well. So it's quite a complicated mix. Fifth and final question. So that's good. Are you tired of hearing from me yet? No, never. I think all questions are good, and let's keep them coming. All right, DJ, our game reward currency will be AOG, right? In future, can we change the reward distribution via a different token to remove the sell pressure from AOG? So it's a good question. Basically, he's referring to also how Axie Infinity works, having two different tokens. It's a complicated question, but to make it simple, we will not have a separate token. We will just use one token that has advantages and disadvantages. I would say it actually has advantages in terms of less sell pressure, because yes, the rewards obviously are given in AOG, so people get AgeOfGods tokens for PvPing and tournaments, etc. But they also spend in game with that currency. So there is no need to worry about that because every single AOG that will be spent will be used to take out of the circulating supply, and therefore it is a balance in that sense, or even a positive growth balance where we basically reduce or remove AOG as we go, as more revenue we make. So yeah, that basically negates that that effect. Obviously, there is a thing to say, by the way, in the long-term future when we would run out of tokens, what to do then. Most likely, I will still not opt in for another token. What I most likely will do is simply not burn and reuse the revenue to give us rewards. So basically, yeah, cycle that reward back into the community. Okay, that's a Russian question. I need to Google Translate this because I can't read Russian. So I'll just do this once. I can't do this all the time, okay, guys? Because we are Russian. Okay, so he's asking, would it be possible to upgrade gods by combining two to the same gods? Okay, so can I? Larger asks, can I upgrade the gods if I have two of the same cards? The answer is yes. We will come with details of all the upgrade levels, but basically it works the same as AFK Arena. So you basically match cards, then you upgrade, and as you upgrade further, the more cards of that god you will need. You will need the NFT to go to God level and beyond. Okay, so in the common and rare levels, you do not need the NFT just yet. So basically you get a free-to-play access to the game. But as you progress and for God level and beyond, you definitely need the NFT. And therefore, yeah, there will be demand for the NFT. Okay, Zago, what came out of the closed beta and what impact did it have on the MVP? It's a lot actually, and it's not many things I would like to share in public. Because what I don't want is there to be any reason for fraud or whatever. But obviously, with the closed beta, you encounter lots of bugs, imbalances and stuff like that. So we want to make sure that all these things are ironed out. And the reason why we haven't released any game footage, etc., is not because we don't have it. It's because we want to create a hype momentum, and in crypto, a hype momentum is pretty short. And so you want to focus all your energy around your launch and not 3 months prior to the launch have everything already on the table. So it's in your own benefit in that sense. Okay, so no name. So anonymously, can you tell us more about AOG and the in-game currency GOG, how it will work? Will GAOG be listed like SLP for XE? So the GAOG is the in-game currency, right? Which is just AOG. It's a one-on-one ratio. So there will not be a separate listing. The reason why we have a separate currency and reward in-game, let's say with GAOG instead of the normal blockchain AOG, is because we want to have a shot at getting an app on the Play Store and the Apple App Store. And to have your blockchain tokens in there would be most likely problematic. So instead, we opt in for a normal database currency, but you can exchange that into AOG at any point in time because the two are matched. So you can buy GOG with AOG one-on-one, and you can also sell GOG for AOG the same way, one-on-one. Okay, so it is the same. And so there will not be, it's not a separate token in that sense. And it also doesn't need an additional listing, or it will not be, different in that sense. Okay, Michael, are you planning to introduce God's rent system like in the game of Axis? That would be a great way for NFTs to work for themselves. Not everyone is a fan of games. I get you. I do not have this planned at this point in time. I may come back from this in the future, but at this point in time, I do not think that is what I would like to go for. Simply because, yeah, it's like a landlord system with renters. I kind of hate it. I would like people to own it and to trade with it, to play with it. And whenever they're done, they sell their portfolio, and then they move along. You don't need to be a fan of games. You can just buy AOG tokens and stake them, and enjoy the ride up with us. Okay, Miranda, or Mr. India, sorry. Last time AOG also did a giveaway and I missed it. Will there be more giveaway coming soon as AOG have its NFT? So can AOG launch its own coin? Yeah, we already have our own coin. So AOG is a coin. And that was launched actually before NFTs. But obviously, since we iNote on Binance, there's, a lot of people know our NFTs, not necessarily the token just yet. So there's a big job to do to get people introduced to our token and our project further. So again, thanks for your question. There may be some giveaways, but those will be perhaps NFTs or token like BUSD tokens or something. I am not a big fan of giving AOG for free to anyone because basically I create free dumping power for people to sell for free, and I don't like that. So I will not do it. And I have never done it. Okay, that's a lot of questions. Gerald Dogs. Okay, let's go quickly through them. Will you give us some stats of each hero? No. Yes, we will, of course, eventually, but not prior to game launch. Will we get free weapons when we start the game, or will we start with no weapon first? There will initially you will start without weapons, but then as you progress, you can spin the wheel, let's say, to get rewards, and you could get a weapon and upgrade from there. 3, will you give us some sneak peek screenshots of what the game would look like? I just explained this before. We will do that, but we will do that very close to launch to create hype momentum. What do you think of opening a new staking challenge? For example, top 10 stakers will get a rare weapon and something like that. I mean, I would be open to it. I don't want to make it too complicated for at the moment. And also, the game is not out yet, so I don't think getting a weapon is necessarily perceived as valuable at this point in time. What's your plan to promote AgeOfGods outside of the crypto community? That depends on the advertising partners, what they will allow us. So think of Facebook, think of YouTube, etc. And obviously, if that's doable, then we will do it. We definitely do consider for the full release to support fiat currencies, and that you can purchase stuff with fiat. And basically your GAOG will just be, you buy it with fiat, and you can just spend it in the game and never touch the crypto side if you want to. If 100% of sales and royalties are being used to buy and tokens, how do you make money? Where did you get the money for marketing and paying developers? We need to know if you have a plan to generate a healthy cash flow. It's a good question. First of all, I'm retired. I don't need to make any money. This is my passion project, and I'm not in it for the money. Then where do you get the money for marketing and paying developers? We already got that at the IDO. So we raised a couple million, and with that we can survive for quite some time. Also, I put my personal finances into this because again, it's a passion project, and I bought AOG and hope to make a good profit in the future. Definitely not selling anytime soon. When will you open Discord? It's abandoned and full of unanswered questions. So on Discord, it is closed, and that has to do with all the scam attacks that we've had there. And we already get scam attacked pretty much 24/7 in Telegram, and I hate for people to lose money, and so we need to manage that properly. I definitely will open it again when I'm ready. I'm not ready at this point in time. But again, the only reason why we closed it was scam attacks. So I thought it was 40 questions, but it's more. People ask multiple questions. Loki of Asgard, is it possible to fight with 2 Zeus simultaneously? Good question. Haven't actually decided on that one yet, so stay tuned. For upgrading gods, you need the corresponding NFT. Will the NFT be upgraded as well and gain more value, or does the NFT simply work as a key? We are planning in the long-term future that you can upgrade your NFTs. So with that, as you progress your game, you can upgrade your NFT, and then your NFT becomes more valuable as a consequence. And then you can sell it for more, because people that will be new to the game, they can buy that higher level already. You can see this back in the NFT marketplace already. We already build in 4 levels. But again, at launch, we will not have these levels just yet. If I upgrade Zeus to max, will I be able to play him if I sell the NFT after upgrading? No. So without NFT, you will not be able to play him anymore, or at least not at that level. Which ways of earning tokens are already decided? We know that we can earn more through playing PvP, but can you give us examples for PvE and PvP? We will come with a full game info page pretty soon, actually. And on that, I actually explain both PvE and PvP earnings, how it will work. PvP is inspired by online poker, how it works in terms of the distribution of rewards on a tournament. So the more people join, the distribution of rewards changes, and the prize pool increases. PvE will be a fixed amount that you can earn with one account. And obviously there's some safeguards in there, so you cannot abuse it by creating 50 different accounts and trying to earn to squeeze us from for a lot of rewards from PvE. How much can we earn? We earn the native currency. If the price jumps to $100, do we still earn the same amount of native currency? Yes, it will not change. So it will not be a dollar fixed value. It will be a AOG value and the more that goes up, the more you can earn. So, and we have to do that because also the cost of, let's say, spending in the game will also go up as AOG goes up. So yeah, there is definitely that. Okay, Alan, will there be any new gods when the game will launch? Well, they're all new, so we will launch with these gods as initially, but after that, obviously, once we reach a certain point of active players in PvP, which will actually be 2,000 as a bench. If we have 2,000 active players, we will add new gods to the game. The reason why 2,000 is because you need a team of 5, and therefore, if 2,000 people or more are active in PvP, you would assume they would like a team, and you need 5 gods, and therefore you need 5 NFTs. That's 10,000, and that's 10 gods. So from there will be plenty of demand for the NFTs as we move forward. Okay, Gigi, if the game is even close to AFK Arena, it will be a fun game. Keep up the work. Good work, bro. Well, thank you. It's not a question, but I appreciate your support. I actually really like AFK Arena, so that's why. A video about the gameplay of the game would be great, and I wish to use the Discord channel more actively. So I already answered both, actually. It will come, and we would just want to create hype momentum, and Discord will come also when we're ready for it, because again, we're under 24/7 scammer attack. So we just want to keep people safe. Okay, God asks, will there be more gods from other civilizations such as Japanese, Aztec, Chinese, etc.? And if yes, which civilization do you already have in mind to the future? So Chinese is on the first one to be added. We could add more in the future, but Chinese is the fourth mythology that we will dive into after this. But we still have a lot to go. So another question, when it comes to play to earn aspect, how many players will be able to earn something regarding bi-weekly tournaments if it's like the top 300 earn? Okay, so I already answered this. This is going to be inspired on the basically the online poker math. So the more people enter, the more, let's say, people will eventually get a part of the pie, but also the pie will get bigger as more people join. So how much you will earn, etc. Stay tuned. The game page will come pretty soon, actually this month. Will it be play to earn at MVP game release? Yes, it will be. So that is something that's definitely part of the minimal viable product, that you can earn something. Will the rest of the Norse, Egyptian, and Greek gods be added in the future? Yes, but I already explained what minimum plays we need. Is there any plans in motion to add support class or healer class? Or does it fall into the category of mage? It would fall in the category of mage, but definitely is a, let's say, a niche within the mage bracket. Will there be a guild chat and world chat in the game for social interaction with each other? Guild chat, yes. World chat, I'm not a fan of, because for potential spamming people, especially in crypto, not something I want. What's your current thoughts about adding more utility to the NFT, such as renting and NFT staking? I already said this. I would be more in favor of staking than necessarily renting. Since players will be able to play to earn, will there be AOG money earned come from? What will be the revenue stream that keeps it going? I already kind of answered this. We have enough AOG in the ecosystem to run for quite some time. One day, obviously, we're going to run out. Once we run out, then again, I have a choice to make. Either we, do not burn anything and just use whatever we bought from the market and then give that away again, or we would have to create a different token, simply similar to AFK Arena, but probably, to Axie. But probably I would opt in for not burning and just reusing the tokens that we earn and we buy back from the market. When upgrading a god's rarity, will the NFT change appearances? And if so, what will change? It will not change appearances at this point in time. I do think that as we go through the bigger levels, there may be some changes, yes. There will be some changes in the card, but not necessarily when you're fighting itself. Also, this is not something that changes in AFK Arena. AOG has been doing great, and trading volume on the current marketplace shows it. Will there be added some more marketplace NFT sales in the future? Yes. One actually probably coming this month. I won't tell you what just yet, but we are definitely expanding. Will you, Zeus and Thor, play the game? Absolutely, yes. Okay, what do you see the current future for Age of Gods? Not financial advice. I do not give financial advice, but your ambition and hope. It's a tricky question, but obviously our goal is to beat Axie Infinity. I mean, that's our goal, that's our ambition. It's also my hope. We want to be the #1 game. It's quite simple. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it for prestige and to leave a legacy. And one day, that you guys DM me and being very thankful for the money you've made. And I've changed, hopefully, your life. Will Ragnar Lothbrok, Ivar the Boneless, Bjorn I Decide be added as demigods for the Norse? It may. Obviously, the Viking series, I love it, so I get it. So this is actually an empty question, so that's quick. So I'm not promising that, but we may add them. We have Cleopatra, for example. So the demigods, or let's say the very famous characters, are definitely something we want to use. I do have to watch out with trademark stuff, by the way. So Cleopatra, easy. Ragnar, I guess, is also a historical figure, but I have to be, again, careful with trademark stuff. So Heidi HD Min asks, did development team ever think that AOG would become the second Axie Infinity? How to achieve that ambition? Yes, I mean that's where we started off with that ambition, and that's really where we want to go. We want to be the #1 crypto game. It's quite simple. And how do we achieve it? Well, I wrote a white paper on it. I think it goes a bit too far during this IMA to answer that, but there's lots of different elements that I think we do better. And I think we're set for better growth in that sense. I think if you want to make some money in Axie right now, I think it's pretty hard, to be honest. And I want to make that a much easier and better and more viral concept to earn some money in the game without having to spend a gazillion. Okay, Gerald Dogs asks, I've read on Telegram that the mobile app's in the works, but I've read somewhere that the blockchain technology is hard to be integrated with mobile for now because it's highly resource intensive. No, it's not. It's just Apple and Google don't really like it. What's your thought on this? Could the team make this possible? Yes, but we will use just an in-game currency to avoid all the shit with the App Store and all that stuff. Can we use more than one god for the same team? Yeah, so trade for 2 Freyas. I haven't decided on that one yet. My first thought is no, but at the same time, we only have 10 gods, so still debating. Love to hear your input on it, actually. My first sense is no. So Abhinav asks, what will be the benefits for holding more than 5 NFTs? It gives you more diversity of your strategy, and therefore you're able to compete better. Is the floor price going to increase again? I can't say. You guys decide that, not me. Currently, the token price is very less. What is the future of it? Well, obviously we have ups and downs. It's actually back to where it was before, so we definitely have some upside to go. As by the way, until July, we will have some selling pressure from pre-sale people. And they're already in profit, so they can just sell at any price. So there is that, when you have a very successful launch, that the pre-sale people already could have sold their initial money that they put in. So now it's our job to try and seduce them to hold and not to sell. But they're already in profit, so they don't really care about it too much, I would say. But it is obviously, again, my goal and the team's goal to keep them in it and not to sell. Any benefits for the holders and those who've staked AOG tokens? Any benefits for us? Staking gives you benefits, so there is that. When is the game going to launch? It's end of June. Will there be any early access? No, but there will be a early sign up thing. More details to come. What's the update regarding Discord? I already answered this. Almost there, guys. 6 more questions. What's the anonymous? What's our partnership with Communitas? Can you give understanding who they are and what role they play with AOG? It's a launchpad. They played a role at launch. No, they play 0 role at the moment. Other than that, they have a great community, and again, I hope that they are all in profit. So I hope they will hold their tokens and get an even bigger profit and stop selling. Okay. Jacek asks, I have 4 questions. Will you consider making NFT AOG holders on their MetaMask wallets eligible for various NFT airdrops to encourage them to keep their gods in their wallet MetaMask and thus create scarcity in the markets? Well, that is basically the staking question, right? So I would be open to staking. I'm renting, not a big fan. Staking, I could be a fan, yeah. Will you improve the scalability of the NFT AOG platform and fix many bugs that have occurred? Yes. I mean, we're always working on these things. When will the god Chinese mythology be available? This would be later on, so not initially. When, I don't know, it depends on the growth of the project. How was the core team formed? I have worked together with Perry for years. We also have another blockchain project, and we own together a capital firm, and this all falls under the same capital firm. So we are definitely experienced. We have also worked on KuCoin together. I know Perry for around, I would say, 15, 16 years, but we've been professionally working together for, I would say, well, since KuCoin. So I forgot how long it is, but I think it's 4 or 5 years ago. So that's when we started to work together. You can see this on my LinkedIn, actually. Great question. Okay, 4 more. Another one. Sorry, one last question. At this time, is there a probability that the game will not be released at the end of Q2? I mean, there's always a probability. It's a low probability, but there's definitely always a probability. Yeah, I can't promise it in blood. Okay, there's no no question there, so that's fast. When will we be able to play the beta game? You won't. It's a closed beta. The people that have been testing already did it. It's already closed again, by the way. So we're just preparing for launch. Mutelli. Your dog name? I have no idea. My name of my dog is Shisha, after my favorite hobby. And the question is good. Okay, guys. So that was it. I hope you enjoyed this. Again, thank you very much for watching. And you know, there's a lot of appetite for these, so we might just do it again. Again, thanks for watching. And if you have any other questions, just ask them in the Telegram. We answer them 24/7. Thanks so much.